Hey my lovely ones, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energy of be calm and keep going. So it's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes, well, not sometimes, always we're a work in progress. And sometimes things don't happen immediately. Sometimes it takes a little while to negotiate something or to get something to sort of work for us. Sometimes we don't get those instant sort of success stories. Sometimes we don't get those instant moments where everything is great. Sometimes we've got to put energy into stuff, but be calm and keep going. Even if, things are stressing you out or things are perhaps not where they need to be, pull back a little bit, recenter, reground, and find another avenue, find another way forward, because when things are meant to be, they will be. So this is not, losing your head. It's not sort of letting anything get the better of you. And it's about you not giving up, so be calm. I see that as recenter, re-earth, keep going, find another way, find another avenue on what it is you're trying to obtain, what you're wanting to create, what you're putting your energy towards at the moment. And as long as you're not hurting or harming anybody in the process, then there'll be a way, there'll be an understanding for things to repair, to come good. And yeah, it will all be as it needs to be. So I think that's really quite an easy, basic message. These cards are nice and little short messages, short and simple actually, but that's quite the way I like them. So as we're moving into card number 2, we're going into the energy of happiness is freedom from fear. Now this is really interesting because so many people, they feel like they can't be completely at peace with themselves. They feel like they can't do what truly resonates with them, from outside influences, outside expectations, family members, career, jobs, bosses, sometimes partners, sometimes friendship circles. And this is about stepping out of all of that conditioning. It's about you being completely aligned, completely at peace with you, doing what you need to do in order to achieve the best from your life, from your world. And happiness is freedom from fear. So when we step out of that fear of something, when we step out of that, heaviness, I suppose, we can become happy. We can become so much more empowered, can't we, with our choices, with our realizations of goals. So don't live in the cycles of fear. Don't live in the cycles of somebody else's version of what they want you to be doing, but actually never sort of, being your own success story. Do these things that add purpose, that add merit, that add value for yourself. Be happy for you in the first instance. So many clients that I'm talking to at the moment, they're existing, they're living for the expectations of other people, and you've got to live for yourself. You've got to make it work for you firstly. So an interesting one if you've been drawn to this. And don't be fearful to put your best foot forward, because again, sometimes there'll always be people that come at us with things larger than life that in some ways we can help with, and in some ways we can't. And if we can't, it's moving that along and actually just doing what we need to do for our own version of happy. It's about you. And finally, as we're moving into card number 3, just want to say with this, how beautiful is this one? And it just says here, true love can never really be lost. So some of you may be struggling, some of you may feel very disconnected, some of you might feel quite alone at the moment. And it just says here, true love can never really be lost. And isn't that so important? Because, even when we're on our own, we're never really on our own. There's always the love, there's always the magic, there's always the energy of spirit around us, whether we're actively tuning into that and feeling it and talking and responding to it, or whether it's just more of that knowing that they're there. But it is that knowing that they are there. We come from a realm, a place of vibration of love. We live our physical life and we go back to that realm of unconditional love. So true love can never really be lost. I think that's a really nice message. And again, like I say, I don't feel I need to give too many bits with these, because I think these cards very much speak for themselves. They sort of do what they say on the tin. The message is what you need to take from it. So I hope you can make sense of that. To me, this is like an eternal love. This is an eternal connection. So if you are missing loved ones very dear to you, if you're missing people that are just no longer in your life, if you're maybe going through a stage of real isolation or feeling in a place of solitude, it's knowing, like it says, that we're never really on our own. There is this higher consciousness of unconditional love that wraps around us all. So interesting. Cool set of cards this week. I'm going to leave this with you. I hope it resonates and I hope it makes a bit of sense. Just a cheeky reminder, Saturday's workshop is completely booked now, so thank you very much if you're on that. Sunday, I still have some spaces for my tarot card workshop, which will be happening in Spire Hill, Stallbridge Therapy Centre. The workshop will run from 10 o'clock in the morning until around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It is £120 with a deck provided, or £100 if you have your own deck. They must be Raider 8. Drop me a message if you want to get booked in. The cutoff for that is going to be Saturday, maybe Friday or Saturday. It's going to be Saturday if you've got your own deck, but Friday if you need a deck, because I've got to have time to order decks and get them delivered ready. But let me know if you want to join. There's still some spaces left. It would be great to see some of you guys, particularly if you're ready to learn to understand the magic, the roots of tarot. And with all my courses, you will have access to an aftercare group, which is a private student community for everybody to join forces, to have ongoing support. You don't just get the workshop on the day, you get a lot of aftercare, so that you're not just being sort of chucked in at the deep end, as it were. So I'll leave it with you. Have a cool one, look after yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.